Good morning, Bum Crack. Good to see you back in here. I hope you're doing well. Hope you just been busy and haven't been feeling under the weather. Joining me as always is my faithful sidekick, Todd. How you doing this morning, Todd?
I'm okay. How's it going?
I'm doing good.
Welcome to the excitement that is the Tom and Todd Show.
That's right. Uh, Anything going on exciting?
Uh, well, Min Ho Chang has sent me 7 questions about a shirt. 7 separate messages. Well, what's the armpit measurement? How would you rate this shirt? 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, just on and on. Can I ship it straight to Korea? Well, no. I use the eBay International Shipping. Other
Yeah, they don't like that.
than that, and then I sold an item and it's apparently not in the location that I placed on my thing. So now the hunt begins.
Well, where
Oh,
did you say it was at?
shelf S. And I've been all through shelf S and it's not there. So I'm like, well, crap. Where did I put this?
Well, good morning, Lag. Well, you know what you ought to do? You ought to get you some boxes.
Put a labeled box so that I know that they're boxes.
Yeah, get you some boxes and put them in.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, Lag. You forget where you put stuff when you get old.
So
I have
yeah,
really.
pretty pleased with my series. I'm a full stack there. Getting lots of watchers. One of the videos is over 3,000 views,
Wow.
which that puts it. It's already like fifth of all. I've been doing YouTube videos for almost 10 years, and that's
Wow.
already like the fifth most watched. It's only been up about a week. And
Well,
then the
that's
other ones in the series are also doing pretty well. 2849 are lags bots. Lag, you're a punk.
I know. He needs to get a job.
It doesn't matter what we talk about. He's got something interesting to insert.
I know. I don't know why he doesn't do his like. You know what you need to do, son? You
Son,
need you
he's
need to go.
probably older than you.
Yeah, but that's how Southerners say. That's how
Yeah, 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 yeah. Go
Southerners.
ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's all right. Uh,
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Boys.
I apologize for interrupting you.
You're gonna make me lose my train of thought. Like since
You
you
have a
don't,
train of thought?
yeah, I do, and
I'm sorry.
it's leaving the station real fast here now.
I'll stop now.
Okay, like you need to go online and create you one of those animated uh, avatars, and instead of like my face and Todd's hand, it would be your avatars up there. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and create you another voice. And you need to start doing. You need to come on the show since you want to be in incognito. He's probably on the what do they call it, where they're hidden by the government. Uh, anyway, that's probably what he is. So he can't be seen, and you need to go out there and create one so you can be on the show.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe lags in the witness protection
That's
program.
it. The witness protection.
Hi,
Roberta,
Ron.
Roberta had to go to the office this morning.
Bum Crack, did you ever finish your rehab? Watch him say, well, technically, no. Uh-oh. Sadie's taking up for us. Appreciate that, Mr. Sadie.
Okay.
Lag's got his first warning.
Yep. Oh. Sorry, Phil. I was taking care of
That's
something for
okay.
the wife.
Can you hear me okay? Is everything connected?
Yep. Sounds good. Sounds a lot clearer than people I talk to across the city.
Well, that's the power of the laser, isn't it? The old fibre optics and the satellites, and it still amazes me that I can talk to people in the States. Only 30 years ago, it cost me £2 or £3 a minute to do.
Yeah. It'll cost you, that speak, you'll be on here an hour, and God only knows how much that would have cost back in the old
Hi,
days.
Craig.
Oh, hundreds of pounds. I
Yeah.
used to do it.
Good morning, Craig.
I think a moderator can, give another person a timeout, but they can't kick them out.
Right.
Maybe we should experiment here. I could like take Craig here and just give him a timeout. Let me see if it works. No? It says go to channel report and block. I thought I could.
Yeah, I thought you could do a timeout.
Huh.
Good morning, Ron. Hope you're doing well this morning.
Yeah, Tom, you should be able to.
Yeah, I probably can. I'm
But
just not on that screen. Let's see here. Landshark picker.
Hey,
me, baby.
Got to clean some stuff up. He's disappeared. Where's everyone gone?
There's sorry, I was playing with that. Okay, yeah, I can do it. How do you take a time?
Yeah, well, I've had a little bit of a clear up, toddler. It's looking a bit better.
Yeah, it's all spick and span.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, my partner's in hospital at the moment, and she's due back home today. So I've got had to pull my finger out and get up early and do the housework,
We used to have a product in America called Spick and Span. It was like a cleaning powder or liquid or something.
There's not a lot I don't know about cleaning products. I used to run a cleaning company. So
Have you heard of Spick and Span?
yeah, it's a trade name. You'll find that a lot of the products you find on your supermarket shelves all have the same shit in it. You can make a lot of this stuff at home, a lot cheaper than you're going to buy with a label on. All you got to do is invest in a few squirty thingamajiggers, and Christ, you can make good shit. It's and probably better than proprietary brands. Where I'm in the coin industry type of thing at the moment, there are certain old circulated coins I've got that need to be,
I'll
sorted
be
out a
right
little
back.
bit.
I gotta feed the dogs.
Okay, go ahead. Uh, let me interrupt just a minute. Beth, I was playing with I was going to say he's been a little smartass this morning, so I blocked him, but I can't do that because Lag's a smartass every day, every minute of his life, so that would not be fair. But I was looking to see if I could do a timeout, and I can't get him out of the timeout now. I don't know how to do that.
No,
I
you
mean,
can't. Once you've done it, it's on. It's got to run it.
oh, is it
Yeah.
for a
You
certain amount
can't
of
cancel.
time?
It's like if you cancel a check, you can't uncancel it. So.
Sorry, Craig. Use one of your other YouTube accounts. I guess it'll run out after a bit.
It's usually a minute, isn't it? Something like that. I think
I
there's a
don't know.
preset. I don't know what they do on. Is it? Oh, I
No,
suppose it goes straight to YouTube.
the timeout is in YouTube.
Yeah. The thing is, you do live streams, you're going to get it. So it's one of those things that you just either ignore. it's,
Okay, you're back in. And before you leave, if you have to leave to go do your job, how about log back in as Landshark and try to see if it's kicked it off, and then we'll know that it's it. Oh, it's 300 minutes. 300 seconds. 5 minutes. Okay, sorry, I didn't know that because I've never put anybody in timeout. Usually my moderators are quicker. If somebody comes in and they're doing something, somebody says something out of line, one of the moderators and will kick it out. They'll block it or whatnot. So I never do it, and I'm not a moderator on anybody else's channel. I guess I'm not
no,
good.
No one lets me have a spanner ever.
So
the only spanners I've got are the metal ones over here in the corner, and the one in front of you, of course. I'm quite a big spanner. So one thing, Tom, I never asked you. What do you sell on eBay most of the time?
I sell all kinds of crap.
Oh, you're in everything.
I don't sell anything in particular. I've got
that could be the best way sometimes.
I haven't lately, like in the last year probably, but I was buying storage lockers and just selling off the good stuff off of it. But I had so much other stuff that I didn't not know what to do with, or I was just giving away. So
So what's your general lookout then? What would you look for to sell?
anything that I can make
just anything, or
yeah. Like I bought this really crappy storage locker. It was full of crap. It was just strode everywhere. I paid $10.
Was it like one of these auctions or something where you just bid for it?
This thing was horrible. It was just like they had gone through there and ripped open boxes. So I didn't really expect to find anything, but there's a lot of clothes. And so it cost me $10 and about half a day to clean it out. But there is a guy that he does all these slasher movies, and I can't remember. You would know his name right off because when I saw his name on the box, I thought about it. But he did this movie called 1,000 Murders or 100 Murders, 1,000 Murders, something like that.
Family film, then.
And there was a action figure set of all the daggum murderers out of that movie in this thing, and it sold for $100.
That's good.
It was in the box. Box was all tore up, but everything was in the box. If it had been in pristine condition, it would have been worth like $400.
Yeah.
And
$100 still $100.
Yeah, so I made $90 off of that bin. I never even knew of such a thing. So it's like I grab stuff.
I think we need to make action figures out of reseller. Phil, here's Phil's action figure.
Yeah, I got loads
And
of the bloody things. Got thousands.
Here's I don't know, Commonwealth Picker Kevin's. Here's
Jim and Tara.
Jim and Tara.
Good morning, Joanna.
Yeah, you get 2 for 1 with Jim and Tara. So yeah.
Joanna could have mushrooms in one hand and her.
Yeah. With the Commonwealth Picker action figure, you get a bird and a cat.
End up
Good
with
morning,
just
Mr. Sadie.
Cat.
Good morning, Mike.
Lag's action figure would be a unicorn
Chick.
with a knife.
Yeah. Good morning, Chick and Toad.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a cape.
Yeah, no capes.
You like the T-shirt, Todd?
Sniper for life.
Sniper for life.
It was merch from a there was a gamer I used to follow ages ago, a lady gamer from America, and she was called One Shot Girl. She was do these video games and she could kill someone from about a mile away on these video games. And she used to have all the merch, and I thought, I saw this T-shirt, I'm having that. I don't care if it's shipped from the States. I don't care how much that costs. I'm having it.
Yeah.
I've got a problem. Look at the level of the wine in here. This is not good, is it?
I have to make myself remember. I need to put a post-it note up that says, "Remember, Phil is in the UK, so he's not drinking wine at 9 o'clock in the morning."
Everyone in the chat's probably thinking, Jesus Christ, there's a bunch of bloody alcoholics over there, aren't they, over that pond? Christ, no wonder the place has gone to shit. It's 2:20 over here. It's
Phil, I apologize on behalf of the dumbasses from the United States that married into y'all's royal family. Everything has been on the news over here. It's been about the Harry and Meghan and their.
For God. It's a play up, isn't it? All because of Diana and the car chase, and she died in it, and it's his mum and all this shit. Everyone's jumped on it. My phone goes mental with news about it. I'll just delete it all. I mean, I can't.
There are 7 countries that put a travel warning coming to the U.S. Including the UK. The UK was on there.
Excuse me 1 second. Just got a incoming call.
Anybody in New York that knows anything about New York knows.
Hello. Hello.
Can I silent mute him?
You should be able to, yeah.
He left the room. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, anybody that knows anything about New York knows that you can't have a 2-hour high-speed car chase in Manhattan. I mean, every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds, you're stopping at a stoplight. Anyway, I just can't imagine who in the hell comes up with this bullshit. That's right, Joanna. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's blown up.
It has. It's terrible. And damn, Craig. You got more channels than I do.
Oh, because of all the shootings in America, I think.
Yeah.
So,
just the hospital letting me know.
We have a lot of shootings in the United States.
You have one or two.
The United States is very large. So, I mean, if you just stay out of the crummy areas, you're probably
I watched a video
almost
about
anywhere
it.
on Earth.
They broke it down in statistics. There's certain areas where 99% of this happens. and the areas are so small that if you go 3 miles from there, the chance of you getting in trouble with someone with a gun or something is remote. But if you cross over a certain road, that jumps. So it's
Yeah.
like
if you
anywhere. It's like,
I'm not smiling. I'm not shaking my head at you. I'm shaking my head at Craig here in the chat.
I
You're
mean, if
right.
you hang out in downtown Waco, which is
yeah.
a medium large town here, I don't fear anybody coming up
Yeah,
to me and
so
shooting
the
me.
biggest problem over here, because the gun
But
laws are tight as hell here. I mean, you can't have replica guns. You can't have anything.
yeah,
If you wave anything on the street that looks like a gun, you'll get shot.
Can
So
you own
the
a gun? Can you,
biggest thing.
Phil, own a gun?
Pardon?
Can you own a gun?
No. Well, you can own certain guns if you have a good reason. For example, you can, if you're a farmer or you're into shooting clays or stuff like this, you can own a shotgun as
Right.
long as you haven't got a criminal record and you have a gun safe at home. And I can't go out and buy a pistol.
Right.
Handguns are completely illegal. Replicas are completely illegal. You cannot brandish. You cannot take anything that looks like a gun onto the street. Any well, it's not just guns. There's a law that covers all offensive weapons. If you have an offensive weapon in the
okay.
public, it's minimum 5 years straight away. Even if you wave a knife from the front door, 5 years.
Yeah, I sold an assault knife to somebody in Ireland, and it was confiscated at the eBay shipping center.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
It was
I,
not allowed to go on from there,
I've been
so
stopped by the police before when I used to run pubs and work in
they
bars, and I
they
had a
allowed
packing
me
knife.
to
They confiscated and destroyed it.
keep my money, and they paid the buyer off too.
You're lucky.
So, Anissa, your son is coming to Texas. Um, why do I have to look out? Is he dangerous or something?
Is he moving in with you?
Is he
He can
small?
he can clean my death pile for me.
Uh,
I watched one of your very old videos, Todd, from about 8 years ago. Your highest ranking one. Remember the you were going around some Texas river, and you made out some Swedish bloke had left a gold coin there.
Yeah, that was an April Fool's joke about 9 years
Didn't it do
ago.
well?
It's my biggest video of all time, and
Yeah, it done well.
before they took down the YouTube, you know how you would give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? That video had 5 times as many thumbs down as it did thumbs up.
Well, someone's watched it, so you're getting paid for it. Doesn't
There
matter, does
was
it?
nearly 1,000 thumbs down on that video before they took down the thumbs down.
Thumbs down is as good as a thumbs up because someone's watched it. They've seen
Yeah,
the adverts. YouTube are happy. They don't care. They just want traffic.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was. I was actually doing metal detecting in it. It was basically a good video, except at the end of the video, I had planted a gold coin in the ground, and
Well, you could tell it was in a plastic case.
yes.
um,
Well,
your
thanks
per-
for watching. You're one of how many views does that
I
video
can't remember.
have?
Was it about 54,000 or something like that? It's quite high.
Yeah.
Todd, I was trying to help you get your first check. I just turned on your playlist and just let it play while I was cleaning house and doing stuff.
Oh well, thanks.
So I was part of that $100 check you're going to be getting soon.
Actually, I've done well the last week on YouTube because those videos of my full stack have done really well.
Have they started attracting quite a few views? Because I've been watching them as they've been coming out, and I'll see the notification coming up, and I'll watch it, and there's been like 10 views by then. Because
Yeah,
And
the second one has achieved 3.4 thousand views.
that's good. So if you want a critical review, the only critical review I'd give is your intro and outro are so out of date. My God, what software are you using there?
Well, I've used the
Those bloody
same
cue
ones
things, oh my word! I remember those from about 20 years ago.
for about
Dang.
9 years. I've used the same one.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, people know it when they see it, but
Well,
it's
I
always
got a
difficult to
question.
do a brand thing.
I've got a question for the audience. Good morning, Fish. When you go in, since Todd brought up the videos, when you click on a video and you get to the ad starts playing, and it's not something that you are interested in or you want to see, do you click off? Do you just wait and it's not a 5-second one? It's one of those that just plays for however long. Do you click off of it?
I went venereal. No, I didn't say. What are you?
I don't get the problem myself. I've got premium. So
Oh, do you?
I, I use YouTube a lot. I watch a hell of a lot on YouTube.
Yeah, there's usually
I can't
two
be asked with all the
commercials at the
adverts.
beginning of a YouTube video for me. The first one is short, so you just wait that one out. And the second one, after it rolls for a little bit, you can click out of the advertisement.
Because if it's like Todd's video, I will listen to the videos because I know he's going to get a penny.
It's less
But
than a penny sometimes.
if it's just something that I'm clicking, I've clicked, it's come up in my suggested to view. I click on it and I start getting a advertisement for feminine products, and it doesn't give me the click off after 5 seconds. I usually back off unless it's something I really am looking for the information off of it. I just back off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even
YouTube
get.
Premium. It's quite dear. I think it's £12 a month over here. But because I use YouTube a lot, I don't
Right.
mind that. It's like on Netflix, I'll only pay the £5 subscription because the adverts aren't that long on it. It's only 4 minutes an hour.
Right.
So I don't mind 4 minutes an hour. And if it's a premium showing or something like that, they'll give you a ton of adverts at the beginning, and then they won't interrupt your film. I thought, well, that's decent because in order to get the same quality, I'd have to pay double the money.
Right.
So I can withstand that. But I think Netflix is the only thing I have adverts on. I don't have it on Amazon. I don't have it on anything else. I don't mind paying because I know if I pay premium, everything I watch gets a share of the money that I've already paid up front. And it gives me the opportunity to, if I want to watch a load of short stuff, I'm not going to waste half my life looking at bloody ads.
I agree with you, Joanna. I do the same thing. And she's talking about that she forgets what she's watching if it's such a long ad. Another thing too is some of the people that I follow, they have like 2-hour, 3-hour videos, and they're not live, and then they'll go in and they'll put ads all through the video. Don't have a problem with that. Excuse me. At least take the time, if you're going to do that, at least take the time to find a spot in the video to put the ad in.
I don't think you've got a choice. I think YouTube just decides.
You can place it.
Could. If you can't now, but you used to could go in and tell it where you wanted it at.
Well, you can tell it mid-roll or, 1/4 of the way through, mid-roll, 3/4 the way through.
I've never used it myself.
But you can't pick
you can pick
specific scene, I don't think.
You could pick where you wanted it at because, I've been watching a video like the guy was just saying. I follow his channel in the and I sent him an email about this or a message. He was in mid sentence. California, and he got to Cali, and it went to an ad. and then when it came back, it was Fornia.
Yeah,
That
I think
drives me
there's a
crazy.
setting where you can put it on where not eBay, YouTube make their own choice.
Right,
But I think if you, like you say, if you took the time, you can plan for it. There's a lot of videos that I watch on YouTube. I don't see the ad, but they come up to, and we're going to take a break now. And they say, we're back from our break. But obviously, for people that haven't got the premium, that's where their ads would have appeared. They
right.
planned it.
So that's just my bitching this morning. That just kind of irritates me. But like I said, the advertisements where you can't click off of them. I'm not in the market for a damn GMC Tahoe or whatever they call it, Yukon. Car commercials. As soon as I can click off of them, I click off of them. Except for people that, like I said, I follow their channels, and I'll listen to their advertisements because I know that hopefully they're getting a couple of cents off of it. Scott, Craig, if you aren't doing anything this morning, there's the link, or anybody else that wants to come in, there's the link. So that's my little pet thing this morning. Is just it's irritating. I'm not monetized, so I'm just saying that.
So I
You
was
should be
saying,
monetized by now. You got what was it? You got over 1,000. Do you not have the
Yeah,
watch hours?
I had the watch hours. I was monetized, and then when the pandemic hit, I just wasn't making any videos because my wife was working from home, and I need to be quiet in the morning and whatnot. So y'all are killing me here. Um, so I lost my monetization. That's the one thing about it. Once you get it, you got to keep it. Every
I think you
every
can
year
reapply.
you have to have 4,000 views.
I think you can reapply. It's worth it because even at the very least, you probably make $100 a year.
Yeah,
Especially if you're doing hour-long live streams twice a week.
right.
So that's your watch hours.
And
yeah, I've been monetized about a year, and I'm up to $118.
I don't put out any content. I'm a user, so
Just a user.
just the user. But you
You
know what,
don't
Todd?
you
some
don't
of the stuff
produce
that
the
some of
drugs.
the
You
stuff
just
I have,
use them.
I used to put stuff out, but it wasn't coin related or anything. It was all sorts of weird shit, really lasers and magnets and other crap like that. But some of
I'm
them got some reasonable views, and if I
right,
was offered monetization, I was nowhere near the 1,000 subscriber.
right.
I wasn't really interested in it. I was putting these up for a laugh more than anything else. See what people would say, and some of the things people said. I've got I've got a video of me in an old house that I used to have. I had a genuine pole dancing pole from the ceiling rafters to the floorboards, all locked down, that span on itself. And I was out in my underwear spinning around on this thing. That thing went viral all over the place. People still throw it in my face. That's 15 years ago.
I since my show kind of gets out of control every once in a while. I started streaming them. They're auto streaming. Well, I'm streaming to at the same time to um, what's it called, Rumble, and I've got 38 cents already in Rumble.
You can retire soon.
I know 30. Well, no, my point is that they throw ads to everything, so I guess they're trying to share the wealth, that type of thing. But
Well, that's the way YouTube used to
used to
be
be,
until about 2018.
and they
YouTube
went
would pay you AdSense. I've gotten 3 payments from YouTube way back 2018 and a little before.
I can probably find a video link for you, but once you've seen it, you cannot unsee it.
Yeah, I
it's
don't think I want to see it, Phil.
No, so it's like there's I was talking about him the other day. The guy I know, Jeff, the Carolina Claus. He got hold of it and he put it on every channel that he goes on. It was funny to start with, but it's getting quite tedious after a while when to watch me with my underwear going around the bloody pole 300 times. And I had a few Scooby Doos by then, if you know what I mean. And so had my partner, and she was in the background, and she was hysterically laughing. It's a very funny video, but once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Joanna,
You'll need therapy.
you have to have 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subs, and 4,000 watch hours, and that
Right.
4,000 is in a year.
Yeah, it's rolling, isn't it? You got to keep it
Right.
up.
So if you had, let's just say, for example, you had 25 watch hours in, or you had 500 watch hours in January, and you were adding hours every month, and you got up to 4,000. Well, in January of the next year, let's say you didn't have any videos because you were busy with taking care of kids or whatever, and so in February your watch hours dropped to below 4,000 because those 500 from the previous January drops off.
Yeah.
So you're constantly having to, which is what they want to do. They want people to create content, and so you're constantly having to create the content.
Lag wants a link, but I can't provide it. I'm not a moderator, so I could share the screen, but I'm sure Tom and Todd would not want to see it.
You can put the link in the chat. They can go see it after the show. Is that legal in Illinois? You
What?
talking about cannabis? She's talking about doing cannabis reviews on Rumble. Are you? Is that legal in Illinois? I think everything's legal in Illinois.
I thought you were talking about pole dancing.
No, I don't want to see Phil. I don't want to be spread
you don't.
Phil out pole dancing all over the world.
I got the
He needs to. He needs. Let's see.
I can probably paste it, but you'll have to hyperlink it yourself.
Phil, say hello in the chat.
That's a link, but you'll have to probably copy paste it because it's not hyperlink. But you don't want to go there. I'm warning you. You'll need therapy. It is hilarious if you like that sort of shit, but it's.
I'm over on Facebook. I jumped over to YouTube, and damn, Craig's alternate egos are the only ones that's not. Good morning, Retro Tech guy. Oh, that's to Craig too. Sorry.
No, I say the link. It's not a link. It's not a hypertext link because I'm not a moderator. But you have to copy paste.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you'll just say something in the chat, then I can make you a moderator. I'm trying, Lag. Just say hello over in the chat.
He must be desperate to see this. He's going to regret.
He is. Well, he lives in his mother's basement, so he doesn't have much of a life.
Oh my word!
Allegedly, he's like 17 years old and he lives in his mother's basement. But I personally think he's a 47-year-old mother of 3.
I'm just restarting the YouTube on another screen at the moment to see.
Okay.
I better not put it in top chat. I better put it in live chat because I don't know whether it'll let it.
And the stock market is off to a blazing 0 gain, 0 loss. Flatlined.
How about silver?
Gold is going down this morning.
I was surprised at the amount of gold you owned there, Todd. When I saw your final figures there, that's a shit lot of gold there.
Listen, every night before Todd goes to bed, he goes down to his vault. You know,
I
he
bet
has
he
to take
does.
the elevator down to the basement 27th
15
floor.
digit pin code.
Yeah. Then he has to swing across the tank full of piranhas, and when he gets to
Yeah.
the big vault, he has to
Iris scanning.
yeah.
Look what
And then he
gold is
gets
doing.
then he gets in there and he swims around in them gold coins.
Gold is taking a
Bit like what's that Donald Duck character? Is it the uncle? He's in his vault swimming with the gold.
McScrooge, isn't it McScrooge or something like that? Phil,
Scrooge McDuck.
Phil, when you get when you get YouTube up, say hello in the chat.
I've been trying to, but it's the thing is because I'm trying to post a link.
Okay, just
It
say hello.
deletes it.
You don't have to post a link or nothing. Just say hello, and that way I can make you a mod.
Aha, there we go.
Dr. Firearm or Fireark.
Yes, I've swapped. Oh, hang on. No, just a minute. I've swapped channels because the other channel's on another channel. Bloody hell!
That's your troll channel.
No, that's my game. That used to be my gaming channel. But 1 second.
Lag is Lag's troll channel.
Dr. Fireark.
Let me get the. That's my old channel. It's got some weird shit on it. You don't even go there. Right.
Craig, when you get a second, go back to your land chart picker and see if you can.
The pussycat with me written next to it is the primary.
Okay.
The one I normally use anyway. So.
Try it now. See if you can put that link in there. Okay, it's in there now.
There we go. You don't want to click it. Don't click it, please. You will regret it.
If you got to watch it now, then right click it, and
open a new tab.
Don't mess up my viewing now.
Yeah. And also get your therapy number ready.
Therapy number.
Good morning, Debbie. The name does not ring a bell. I don't think we've met before. How are you? Or is that Lag or is that Craig? Hell, Lag could be Craig.
Do you still do any detecting, Todd? Or was that a thing that you did ages ago?
Once in a while I get it out and poke around a little bit, but most of the area right around here is not worth
No, it's
not worth the time.
Like I know quite a few detectorists over here, and I mentioned them, say, "Oh, I've been watching this, I've been watching that from the United States." They say, "Doesn't interest me. It's not old enough." They want stuff 1,000 years old.
Yeah, I mean, you're in an area that's had history for thousands of years, and around here,
I think Lag's seen the video. Oh dear.
the oldest possible things you could find would be like 160 years old.
Yeah, or like you were saying in that other video, if you get some from the native people.
But they didn't work with metal, so
No, exactly, and they certainly didn't have coins, not Swedish ones anyway.
true that.
Debbie says it's midnight in Sydney.
Where's the cat today then, Tom? I haven't seen the tail going past her.
She's
Oh, there she is. She's after the mouse.
she is my wife works from home, and she had a bunch of computer problems yesterday. They updated one of her programs that she uses. She's a data manager, and they updated it, and then she couldn't get back into it, and it kept crashing and knocking her computer out. So she had to go into this morning, and so one of the techs was supposed to be there when she got there, so they could get it straightened out because it's affecting everything that she's working on. So she talked to her boss last night, and her boss called the person that's over the tech support in Charlotte and said that this needs to be fixed first thing. So,
It would appear that Lag enjoyed the video.
yeah.
God.
You know, Debbie, one of the things that we noticed when we were in Australia, and we did the American see a continent in 2 weeks type thing, flew into Sydney, then to Melbourne, then out to Alice Springs and Ayers Rock, which is like Uluru now, up to the Great Barrier Reef and Cairns, and then back to Sydney. Cairns was like it was like Myrtle Beach, or it's like the east coast of the United States from, say, the Carolina, Virginia on down to Florida. It was just like, other than them driving on the opposite side of the road, it was like being at home. But it was a great trip, and we're looking forward to going back.
Do you guys in the States drink the cider very often?
To me, cider is like apple cider, cooking stuff. But that's alcoholic, isn't it?
Very. How much do you think this is? Like a beer can, yeah? How much? What do you think the volume is?
I have no idea.
6%. It's like someone's asking earlier about Bud Light. Oh God, when I use the toilet, the stuff that comes out the end of me is much stronger than Bud Light. There's a lot of low alcohol content stuff, isn't there, over there in the States? People seem to have boots and boots of beer, and you think, oh my word, they're having a good party. And until you see the percentage on it, you think, my word, what's that?
My neighbor down the road is from Birmingham.
Oh, what, Birmingham, UK?
UK, not Alabama. And he talks about American beer being water.
Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously, I expect some of them. I expect if you went to your local, I don't know, what do you call your off licenses? Do you call them off license? Where you buy your beer?
No, we just buy them at supermarkets.
Liquor stores or whatever you call them?
Beer and wine we buy at supermarkets,
Yeah.
which would be like Tesco's.
We're over to, there's a lot of countries where it's all government run. It's like even in Finland, you have to go, unless you're buying just beer and wine. If you want to buy spirits, you have to go to a government run store to buy liquor.
Now in South Carolina, you can own a liquor. There is no government run liquor stores. They're all managed. I mean, they're all controlled by the government as far as what you can sell and how you can advertise and stuff like that. But it's all independently owned. So there's people that that's what they do. They have a liquor store.
Yeah,
and when times are good,
you can get a liquor license.
Yeah, when times are good,
License your premises, and that's it. You're off.
they can. When times are good, they make money. When times are bad, they make a lot of money. But yeah, this is not. They're not no on premises consumption.
The thing that amazes me over here is we got weird and wonderful laws and taxes. If you were to buy a can of Coca-Cola over here and it's the full fat, you know, the red can,
Right?
the sugar tax on it is immense.
Are you
It's
kidding me?
actually cheaper. It's actually cheaper to buy 6% cider than it is to buy a tin of soda. I mean, if they were worried about sugar content and the health risks? What the freaking hell do they think alcohol's doing to you? I don't understand the logic.
Well, that was like the great city of New York. They outlawed big gulps. You know what a big gulp is? A big gulp
Is it
is,
like energy drink?
is a big soda, like
basically syrup, yeah.
and
Yeah, you get a cup the size of a small
You
trash
go to a
can.
diabetic coma or something.
yeah. They banned that, and then like McDonald's and whatnot said, whoa, because of the sugar content. They said, whoa. There is more sugar in a daggum white chocolate mocha from Starbucks than there is in a soda.
Or a regular shake or something is laden with sugar.
So
it amazes me. It's like cigarettes, isn't it? It's cigarettes over here. It's taxed really, really heavily, and it virtually funds the National Health Service. So they got to cut a fine line into trying to tell people that cigarettes are bad for them, but at the same time that then cuts their funding from the tax if they do that. So
right. Well, you know, that's like I said in North Carolina, all the liquor stores are. Wait a minute, Debbie. If you want to share your link to your channel, go ahead. And if anybody else wants to share their link in the channel, feel free to do so. I mean,
Just
I don't
don't put links to Pornhub.
Yeah, no Pornhubs. You know,
or pole dancing.
You know, I've kind of stretched it with Phil and his pole dancing, but anyway, you know, ghosties and things like that are okay. But in North Carolina, they're all state run. All the liquor stores are run, and all that's in the liquor stores are liquor. No wine, no beer. That's in the packaging store, or that's in the convenience store that's attached to it. Over there, they have the beer and the wine, all that kind of stuff.
There's some pretty steady wines going on in the States. There's some lovely stuff, especially some of the New World stuff like California. My word, I love some of the wine from there.
Yeah, we have a lot of Carolina vineyards now too. They're
now you're at the right temperature band, aren't you? As long as you've got the nutrients in the soil and the sunshine's correct, you're going to get some decent wine.
We have this little shack up in Asheville called Biltmore. I don't know whether you've heard of that or not. And they have a vineyard now and a winery. And at first, their wine to me tasted like alcohol. I mean, you know, like you burn in your car. Yeah. Now it's gotten good. It's gotten really good, and they've won some awards and whatnot.
That's the only good thing that global warming is doing for the UK. Is some of that. I live down in the south of England, and some of the vineyards down here are making good use of the improved weather. So we compete quite well now.
It just still rains all the time.
It doesn't. It's one of those. I can't. What do they call them?
Joanna, post the link if you want to.
It's one of those things. People, if you talk to a generic person from the United States and say, "Tell me about the British," there are certain things they always say, isn't it? Like, "Oh, they're the people with the royal family. They got the Stonehenge and they drink tea and they got the stiff upper lip." It's utter bollocks. None of us do any of this. None of us. I don't give two rats' asses. Stonehenge is up the road from me. I haven't visited it since I was a kid when you were allowed to walk on the stones. But it's just a pile of rocks. There's plenty of stone circles, and there's about 400 or 500 of them.
But it makes money. Everybody knows about Stonehenge.
If it's a tourist attraction, you're gonna promote it, aren't you? But I can't remember the last time I had a cup of tea or a cucumber sandwich.
The last time I had a cucumber sandwich was at a wedding
It
reception.
gives me indigestion, that stuff.
So you're not a tea
Oh,
drinker.
hello. Sorry, just 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, hang on. Suspected scam.
Todd, you going to go do battle with the girls today?
Oh, yeah. Gotta make my appearance.
Well, they'll be expecting you. They'll be calling to find out what why you're not there. And this, I drink Earl Grey, and I drank Earl Grey.
Do you drink it hot?
Yes, I do.
Bit like Picard.
I drank it before Picard.
Oh, I bet you did.
I was about to say that. I drank Earl Grey before Picard. And that's the only hot tea I like.
Patrick Stewart is quite an old geezer, isn't he? He's quite an old geezer. He's getting on. He's got to be coming up, and he's in his 80s, isn't he?
I'm not sure how old he is.
He must be getting on, because he was old as hell when that show was aired in the late 80s, 90s, wasn't he? So I know he's done his new show on Amazon at the moment. That was pretty good, the latest one. I enjoyed that.
Right. Grey Poupon is a American thing, Craig. But
Lipton, ooh, gives me shudders.
You know, the people I was just talking about that's from Birmingham,
Yeah.
they're not tea drinkers. They've never been tea drinkers. They were raised on coffee. He said his father.
Yeah, coffee's the thing.
His father drank coffee. He didn't drink tea, and his mom would drink tea when she was with the ladies or that kind of stuff. But around their house, they had a pot of coffee going.
It is still popular tea over here, but so's coffee, so's sodas,
Right.
so's beer, so's wine.
You know, I'm from the South. We drink sweet tea, sweet iced tea. I was about 17 years old, and we went up to Maine, and we stopped at a restaurant to have dinner, and I ordered. They asked, "What would you like to drink?" And I said, "Tea, sweet tea." And she said, "Well, you'll have to put your sweetener in it yourself." She brought me hot tea, and my mom said I had this look on my face for like, "What the hell is this?" And I said, "I meant iced tea." And she said, "Oh, okay." But I guess back at that time they were still big hot tea drinkers up there. Now everybody drinks sweet iced tea. It's good for you. Puts hair on your chest.
Well, drink it, put some on my head.
Yeah. Not down in Birmingham, Alabama. Craig.
I had a few good sales on eBay yesterday with me coins. My word, someone bought what was it? 19 coins at once off of me.
Nice.
That made my day. That paid my wages that day.
Now, is this a side gig, or do you have a full-time job besides this?
I've got a full-time job. I've got no work on at the moment. I'm not due to start working again. I've only got a 5-day contract coming up at the end of the month. I haven't had any decent work on for 2 months. So it is a side gig, but they're proportionate. If I'm working away, that pays my bills. So I put the eBay store just onto time away, but I accept sales. I just put big notice across it saying, don't expect me to post this tomorrow because I might be away for a week. But when I'm at home, like I am now, and I don't like sitting around. I can't, if I'm not earning money, I'm not paying bills. So side gig.
What do you do? What do you do, if I may ask? If you're a hitman or something like that,
No. I'm a glorified shelf stacker. It's I help out supermarkets with stuff that only contract can do.
Right.
For example, supposing they're moving a large section of a supermarket from one area to another area, then they contract it out and we do all the work. It's like we'll move the racks and the gondolas across. We'll
Right.
re-merchandise it. We'll reprice everything. We'll sequence all the products so that it gets ordered correctly. But it's a glorified shelf stacker.
Yeah, it's called merchandising over here.
Yeah, it is. That is technically my job title. I'm a merchandiser.
Because I did some as an independent and I'd go into small stores and reset stuff, and
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly
I
what we do.
I never could understand. Now, some things I could understand because why they move stuff off the bottom shelf and put it up on the eye
Yeah,
level shelf. I
you got
know
your
why,
eye, you got your eye level and stuff,
because
and
the people that's got stuff on eye level shelf are paying for that shelf.
yeah,
I
premium
understand why
shelf
they're
space,
doing
isn't it?
stuff like
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
and I understand when they pull stuff off the shelf because and you have to kind of like spread stuff out, which is what I did too,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. The amount
but
of lines that you want on your shelf, etc., and
I
you
never
stop
could
that.
understand why they moved like toilet paper from this end of the shelf up to this end of the shelf, and they switched the places in it. And I'm like, is that the person that keeps up with all the planograms? Are they
Planogram CU are a merchandiser. That's
yeah.
the key word. You know
Uh,
someone's a merchandiser if they say planogram.
I said, is that just to keep them in business? Keep
Yeah.
them a job that they move stuff around. The company that I work for, they
It's
basically
weird.
they were bought by somebody else, which I only did it every once in a while.
It's
Because
weird because
one of their main
there's people that sit in offices that design these planograms,
right.
and you look at it and you think, have these people ever been on a shop floor?
I used to work part time at a Staples, and I was resetting all the ink cartridges. That's an office supply store. I don't know
Is
if
that
you
like
have
on the
them.
peg tin or something like that?
Yeah,
Peg stock.
and so they were resetting the planogram, and I took everything down because everything was moving around, and I started putting it back up. And when I got to the other end of it, I was 2 feet short. I needed 2 more feet of shelving.
So that's when
And
your merchandising skills come in because you can expand the range and you can use your own knowledge and think, well,
well, I had
it's
to
pretty
call my
obvious
manager.
this is gonna shift. You're gonna need an extra peg or two of that. We'll have some more pegs on this bit.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Or
I
do you
had to
get
call my manager over, and I said, "Look, here's the planogram. Here's here's what I've got, and I'm 2 feet short." And so she and the assistant manager, they started going down through everything. She says it's set out right, and I said the only thing that I can understand, I can figure out is because all this ink is in security boxes. I've
yeah,
had to
yeah.
move.
You get them in the
I've had to
perspex cases.
Yeah, I had to move the pegs over like a one
Yeah.
hole, and by the time I got to the end of it,
That
it
is
was
the bane. That is the bane. There's plenty of times I've had planograms where it depends on where in the country you are as to how risky it is to put certain levels of stock out.
right.
And you get a generic planogram, and like you say, it doesn't take into account the fact that the thing might be security. It might have a spider on it. It might have this on it. It might be in a box, and
So
then they just don't fit.
right, our district manager came in, and while we were standing there looking at it, and she was asking what was going on, and she took the planogram and was looking at it down through there, and she said, "What is the deal with this?" And she explained it. We explained what we thought the problem was,
Yeah,
and so she called corporate and said, we've got a problem. We don't have enough shelving. And so they talked back and forth, and they did. They're in their because they have an exact duplicate of the store that I was in
yeah,
in Massachusetts, and that's what they set planograms. Well, they don't have to worry about theft,
yeah,
so all the ink
exactly.
was just on hooks, and so
We get the same when I have to reset a liquor section. Is you get the caps, don't you? The caps.
the end
Now they've
caps.
set the height because they got the dimensions in the office of the bottle. So they say, oh, that needs to be at this lug. This needs to be at this lug, and then you put your shelves in, and then the store comes around and says, no, no, no. Anything that's under 10 bucks doesn't need a cap. Anything over 10 bucks, you're gonna have to put a cap on it, and then nothing fits because you can't get it under the shelf.
It was,
It's all common sense, but no one has any.
yeah, and it's a case too that it sounds like like I trained some people, and they would just get so bogged down with the concept of what they were doing, and especially when you're resetting, 18 feet of shelving, they were just, oh, there's so much, we'll never get it done. No, you can get it done. You just got to just focus on what you're doing, and it's not too bad.
It also depends on the relationship you have with the manager of the store you're doing. He might give you a bit more leeway and say, look, you're the expert, you do it how you think it should be done, because you've seen this 100 times. I haven't. I've only seen it in my store.
Well, in a Walmart, because have you ever been into
Walmart.
a Walmart?
Well, it's called Asda over here, but Walmart
Right.
own Asda, Associated Dairies,
Okay.
and yeah, I have worked in Asda's.
Well, when you go in, and just for public notice here, most of the stuff that is in a Walmart is managed by vendors.
Yeah.
And the company that I was working for, we set a lot of stuff. It's not enough to have one person a company to pay for one person to be at a store. But so we would just run in and we would reset, end caps and batteries and stuff like that. And another little thing, a lot of that stuff is paper scan.
Yeah.
They don't pay for it until it's scanned through a register. So that's the reason they don't really get too burnt out of shape about theft, unless it's one of the big ticket items that they've already paid for. Because like I said, most of that stuff is paper scan.
One of the good things about, especially you were mentioning earlier when you were doing staples and the ink cartridges, because you're in the loop and you may have access to their pricing plans and stuff, you get first notice of stuff that maybe they're going to destock when they do a relay. And some of that stock will go cheap, and you know about it first, and you know how much ink can fetch on eBay.
Every Thursday there was a plan. There was a printout of stuff that was being discontinued and clearanced out, and there's a lot of times I bought $100 routers for $10.
Yeah.
And I'd take them home and put them on eBay, and they would be gone. For the longest time, we had chairs that I paid $15 for, and they were like $238 chairs.
Yeah, so some of my best ever flips were because I work. Bumcrack is correct. I think Walmart has sold Asda. I think it's gone to another company, but yeah, one thing about working in supermarkets is I get to see all the ticket prices.
Yeah.
And sometimes there'll be ink cartridges. They don't want to stock anymore. They'll have 3 or 4 left, and they'll go onto the reduced section or something, and they'll be priced at 5 pence. 5 pence. And of course, because I'm going through the list of all the stock and the delisted stock and the new stock, I pick it up when all the tickets come out, because it prints all the tickets. And I think, well, I wonder if the store's actually got any of these left. So I do a stock search on their system, and they say, oh yeah, there's about 3 or 4 of them left. So I hunt them down, take them to the cash register, and pay for them. I've done it before when it's been 5 pence, and they've gone through the register at 1 pence because it was delisted stock. They're worth $30. I bought 5 of them. They had 5 left. I made $150 straight away. That day. It's one of the perks of the job of being a merchandiser and a reseller. There is a good overlay here, isn't there? There's a good overlap.
And, you'd find deals on stuff that you'd never think about reselling, but
well, if I see something really, really cheap, I still have to do the research, because you've got to figure, if you're going to go to a shop and buy it, there's no postage. You've got to figure, can you ship this? Add that to it. Am I still going to make some dollar here? Is it going to be the work, or is it going to be a winner here? Sometimes stuff will go about a fifth of its price, but it's still not worth picking up because you can't ship it for decent money. But what do they call it? Retail arbitrage, isn't it? It's when you buy stuff from the shop, they can sell better online for a good mark. I think a lot of Amazon resellers do all this, don't they?
Right. Yeah, that's what Scott does. Scott
It's
does
like
a lot.
Lego. You buy if you go into a big store and they got a clearance sale on stuff. That's a diamond because if it's on clearance, that means that stuff is going to be delisted from Lego. It means it's going to become collectible, possibly.
Right.
So you can take a good old risk, and you can what they call it lofting it. You just buy a shitload and whack it in your loft out of the way for 5-10 years. 5-10 years, you look at it again, and you'll find the price has gone up tenfold. But the trouble is, it takes up space. If you've got the space, you can do that sort of stuff. The investment is bigger than gold.
Right.
If you know what you're doing on Lego, you can make a mint. But it's long term, but not too long term. If you get into the Lego industry and the reselling stuff, I know people that have. You can make a pretty penny.
Back to that storage locker I was talking about earlier that I got the horror movie figurines out of. These people there was thrown in there was a bunches of packets of Legos, like they had bought kits and then opened up the box and all the minfigs were in one packet and all this stuff was sorted out like that. I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I thought I was going to just sell them as bulk, but they had a number on them, and when you take those numbers and you type it into eBay, it would tell you what it was. And I made out like a bandit on those just because I took the time to check out what the numbers meant to see, and I could say in the ad that it was part of a Batman figurine, a Batman Lego set.
And the thing is, you may not realize that there could be people out there that are gagging for it, and they'll pay bucks.
Well, it's like I need one piece. I need that little tree. I need that tree for my
get
set,
completed.
and I'll have
get completed. They may have bought a set from eBay and it's missing your tree. And they go onto Bricklink or whatever it's called, and no one's got the tree.
Right.
You have a good look around. Someone might have found one, and they might have it up for $1 or something. And you think, "There's my tree. Now my set's complete. It's worth even more dollar now."
Used to be there was
research is key to everything.
That
if you don't think there's value in it, other people might find out whether they do. And if they don't, and you don't think you can sell it, get rid of it. Auction it, do whatever. It doesn't matter if you don't even get back what you got. You still need that. You need the portion of that cash back, so that you can reinvest it into stuff that you can sell.
That's the reason.
No point having stocks stood under the table, not doing nothing. If it's not on eBay, I ain't gonna sell.
That's
all right, boys. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta get done while she's not here today, and I can make a lot of noise trying to get my crap hole here cleaned up. But
I've got to drill some big holes in the wall because I've got to put a safe in for my keys downstairs. So.
Okay. Anybody? Y'all have Phil? Thanks for coming in. Sorry, Todd. Thanks for coming in. Y'all have a great day.
I hope people enjoyed the pole dancing video.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go check out Joanna's book, her cookbook that she's got in the. She put it in the chat, and that she's published herself. So anyway, you have a great day. Don't forget tomorrow is Todd's day, and so everybody have a great one. Bye.
See you later on.
Bye.